Hi everybody. I wanted to go over a couple of things where students were getting stuck when they were doing the Senses lab. So the first thing is I wanted to talk to you about how to think about your independent variables. The independent variables are sight, hearing, and touch. And so when you're thinking about it, you're thinking about using your sight only to see how fast your reaction time is. So if you're only using your sight, then if you're the person catching the meter stick, you're looking at the dropper's hands and seeing when they open. That's when you're going to want to go and catch it. So you're just looking. So you want to block your hearing with music or headphones or something like that. When you get to the hearing portion of it, you want to block your sight. But the person that's dropping the meter stick is going to want to make a noise. So it could be drop, go, something like that. And it's really, really important that the person that's dropping puts their thumb right on the 30 centimeter mark every single time. Then the person that's catching, they're going to have their hand not touching the meter stick, but at the 0. So you want to make sure that you have 30 and then 0 is facing down. So when you're testing your hearing, close your eyes. The person says drop. You grab it. When you're collecting data, you see this is where I caught it, and you have to look at the meter stick. That's 36 centimeters. Then when you go to test touch, you want to block your vision and you want to block your hearing with headphones or music or something like that. And you might need 3 people for this. The person that's dropping it is going to put their hand right on the 30 centimeter mark, and then they're going to signal to somebody behind the person that's actually catching it, and they're going to tap them. When you feel the tap, that's when you go to catch it. So we're testing how your sight is, how your hearing is in relation to your reaction time, and how your touch is. So the other thing is how to make a bar graph using Google Spreadsheets. So say you've done all of your data and you have written it down on a piece of paper or something like that, right? So now I'm going to show you how to create a bar graph. All right, so here we are. These are the directions for the lab. And in order to do your own group lab, you're going to hit File, Open. Sorry, no, I'm saying the wrong thing. File, New. So you're going to want a new document, and that's when you're going to do your Senses Lab Report. And you're going to put all your information in there and make it look way nicer than what I'm doing right now. But your lab report has to have the purpose of the experiment, your hypothesis, the independent variable or the IV, the dependent variable or the DV, your materials list, which is basically just a meter stick, your procedures. You're writing your own procedures step by step, like what is it that you guys are doing, your data, and a bar graph. Results and conclusion, and then any pictures or video. So let's take a look at your data and your bar graph. So you're over here in your own little lab report, and by the way, I only need 1 per group. It's not like 1 for everybody, it's 1 per group. So you're going to want to say File, New, Spreadsheet. I have so many cool tips for you. So first, make sure you title this, and so it would be like Senses, Lab, Data, or something like that. You can choose, right? And then you're going to have 3 columns. So you want to have one for sight, and then you want to put the units. The units are in centimeters, hearing in centimeters, and touch in centimeters. The next thing you want to do is you want to put in your data. This is your data right here. So as a group, you probably wrote it down in some form or fashion like this, and you're just going to right into this spreadsheet. So you have 15, 25, 15, 25, 18. For hearing, you had 25, 36, and do not copy these numbers. I just made these up to show you how to use a spreadsheet, so these aren't like correct in any way. 65, 95, 55. All right, now I'm going to show you such a cool trick. You need to come up with an average. A lot of students are like, what does average mean? Well, an average is when you add up all of your data points and then divide by the number that you had. So you're adding up 15 plus 25 plus 18 divided by 3 because there's 3 data points. But when you're using spreadsheet, it does all the work for you. So you put your cursor right here in this cell underneath, and then you say, what do you say? Insert function average. And then you have to select what you want the spreadsheet to average for you. So you select the 3 numbers, just 1, 2, 3, and then you hit the enter bar. Look, that gave you the average, 19.333333. Now, here's another time-saving tip. You can put your cursor right over the bottom right-hand corner till you see a plus sign, then click, left click, and drag, and it averages everything for you. So now you have average for sight, hearing, and touch. And now you need to make your bar chart, your bar graph. So you're gonna highlight sight, hearing, and touch because you want those as your headings. Then you wanna hold down the control button and you're gonna highlight the averages for sight, touch, and hearing, and then let go. Now you're gonna say insert chart. It's probably gonna bring up a oh no, it brought up the right thing. If it brought up a pie chart or something like that, over here on the right hand side, you can change it to whatever kind of chart you want. But the chart that's on here is good right now. And then if you click here, you can change, you might want to add like a legend, a title, X and Y axis, titles, and things like that. Now you're thinking, how am I going to submit this? Well, you need to put this back into your own Google Doc. So to do that, you just click on your bar graph, you say Control Copy, or however it is you copy things. And when you come over here, when you're ready, you can like get to whatever place it is, data, and you say paste the chart. Yep, there you go, and it's in your Google Doc. So those are that was sort of like the long version of the tips that I have for this. If you have other questions, let me know. All right, bye-bye.